Hi, and welcome to The Gist. We humans share a capacity for learning from and adapting to our environments. A common belief is that we all fall into a predominant learning style: visual, auditory, reading, writing, and kinesthetic, or by doing, also known as VARK, VARK. Presumably, if knowledge is presented to us in a way that matches our preferred learning style, then we'll understand it better. But Derek Miller, who has a doctorate in physics education and hosts the successful YouTube channel Veritasium, shows that there's no evidence to support the VARK model. People don't fall neatly into one learning style. Most of us learn best when we're engaged in a subject and presented with information in different formats. All this does beg the question of whether we view learning too narrowly. True learning is so much broader than academics alone and includes combining information, knowledge, and experience across our multiple intelligences. Today, we look at a more expansive view of learning that we can integrate into skillful living. Multiple intelligences. Certainly, intelligence across people is varied and goes far beyond just getting good grades at school. Within each of us, there's a range of aptitudes that we can appreciate if we allow ourselves that freedom. Everything from artistic abilities, emotional intelligence, and athletic prowess to literary skills and culinary talents. That is the richness of our individual and collective intelligences. Knowledge. Using these intelligences, we can convert information into knowledge. That might mean knowledge about a particular topic, or taking information across topics and making connections to form a body of knowledge. Certainly, formal education is just one vehicle for this, but independent, self-directed learning is also wonderful and meaningful. Not to mention the innumerable bits of knowledge we pick up in different environments through just observation and through all our senses. Experience. Converting theoretical knowledge into something tangible is how we gain experience. With time and repetition, experience allows us to refine and add to our knowledge base. It's also the basis for developing judgment, understanding gray areas, and applying knowledge to new situations. It can also be immediate, like the physical experience of being somewhere or with someone, or sensing something that is difficult to put into words. Author and speaker Eckhart Tolle jokingly gives the example of having a PhD in the chemistry of honey versus the direct experience of tasting honey. No matter how much you try to study or describe honey, you can never know how it tastes until you eat some. Wisdom. Beyond knowledge and experience is a different kind of intelligence, which is wisdom. It can also come with time or as a more spontaneous awakening triggered by a specific profound experience. It includes both self-knowledge and awareness developed through interacting with the world. Author and Benedictine monk David Steindl-Rast often describes knowledge as something we must grasp, but wisdom as something that grasps us. He also calls wisdom saging, rather than aging, to beautifully describe our growth in awareness as we move through life. Unlearning. The abstract artist Pablo Picasso famously said that you have to learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. So much of formal learning is about understanding reams of information and fundamental concepts. This is, of course, essential to develop a strong foundation of knowledge, but we can also become too confined by what we know. By trying to bring what's called beginner's mind to all we do, we can see things with fresh eyes and more creativity. I'm reminded of virtuoso Canadian guitarist Jesse Cook, who underwent rigorous training to master Western classical guitar, but he then had to adapt and unlearn various techniques to play the flamenco guitar style he is renowned for all over the world. Throughout our lives, we continue to learn in formal and informal ways. It's easy to box ourselves in and believe that we're just one-dimensional. But if we take the time to reflect on our own knowledge and experience, on how life has hopefully made us wiser, we will uncover our multiple intelligences. And if we stay curious and flexible, we can continue learning, unlearning, and growing each day. On that note, wishing you a great week ahead, be well, and see you next time on The Gist.